All right, it's time for my initial review. Now, this is not a full review because I haven't finished the game yet. This is going to be my initial review of Death Stranding 2 on the beach. Now, for those of you who are still confused and don't understand what happened, I'm going to explain it one more time here on this video. And if you don't get it, if you don't understand it, it's on you. I will only say this one time only. Okay? Learn how to rewind the video and watch it. Okay? Or watch the full video before you start commenting on my video the second I upload it. Watch the full thing if you really want to care. If you don't, then you're just trolling and I'm just going to remove you and block you. If I see any comments the first second I upload a video, that means you're trolling you out. Okay, so fair game. Now let's move on and let me explain for the last time about why I couldn't get into Death Stranding 1 6 years ago, which I have explained this like gigatrillions of times. All right. Unless you guys have swabs in your ears and you don't understand and you can't hear me, well, that's on you. Not, again, your problem, not my problem. If you don't understand something, that is your problem, not my problem. I'm not here for you. I'm here to make videos and make money. Simple as that, dude. I don't care about your feelings about me or your opinions about me. I could give quarter of an inch of anything on this planet what you feel about me. Please understand that. All right? So, let's move on. 6 years ago, when the Death Stranding came out, November 2019, I was hoping that it's going to be something great because I'm a huge fan of Kojima. I love Hideo Kojima. I played all of his Metal Gear games. I'm a huge fan. So I was expecting something to that same quality of Metal Gear franchise, But in fact, it was totally different. It was something that I wasn't prepared for. All right, so what happened? Well, I'm like, okay, so what's the story here? I didn't understand the story. Everything was thrown at me, all these phrases, the beach, the BB, the BT. And I'm like, who are these characters? Dead Man? What is the UCA? Okay, then I find out UCA is United Cities of America, da-da-da-da-da. We need to connect people with this chiral network and this chiral... And I was so confused. I was just like, okay, just tell me what I got to do, and I'll just do it. And that's what I did 2019, pre-pandemic, when the game came out. I put like 60 hours into it. I did everything they asked me to do. I delivered all the packages. I connected all the cities, all the, places around America, right? Most of it. I think East Coast and all the way up to Texas, right? But I haven't passed anything past Texas, so. But everything down south and northeast and Midwest, I connected. So anyway, I was still confused. I was still didn't understand the story. I didn't understand what the hell was going on. So after 60 hours, I got tired of building the roads. I got tired of delivering packages. I got tired of the treadmill. You understand? Now, if you don't get tired of that, hey, each to its own, all right? If that's your thing. Some people like playing Call of Duty. I don't. Some people like playing Elden Ring. I don't. All right? Each to its own. All right? And if you have a difficult time understanding that, well, too effing bad. That is your effing problem. All right? So, I was left with a bad taste in my mouth. I was like, well, what kind of a Kojima game is this, man? What type of game is this? I don't understand this. This is kind of like ridiculous. It's just going around delivering packages. I mean, I could be making money. I could be like signing up with FedEx, Amazon, and UPS, and make real money. At least you get something for it. And I just felt like I was doing all of these things, and I didn't understand what the hell was going on. But that was me 6 years ago. You have to understand, this is a long time ago. 6 years ago. PlayStation 4, PlayStation 4 Pro. My expectation of Hideo Kojima was what I have experienced from Metal Gear franchise, and I was expecting something to that level, but it wasn't like that. And then Kojima tried to explain to everybody, I didn't make this game for everyone. I didn't make this game mainstream for everyone. There it is. I played the game. You can see that I played it. I know it says 33 hours, but that's 33 hours on a PlayStation 5 director's cut. On the PlayStation 4 version, it's 60 hours, okay? There's two different versions. I was playing it on the PlayStation 4 6 years ago. All right. So it left a bad taste in my mouth. I gave up on the game. I didn't bother playing it anymore. I moved on with Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. The pandemic happened, COVID-19, and then I was just playing Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. You can go back to 2020 and you can see what I was playing. You can go back to 2019 and you can see what I was playing. Everything I tell you here, you can fact check. Now, if you're too lazy to fact check, if you're too lazy to go back to 2019 and see what I was playing and to see my opinions, well, then that's on you. If you don't want to do your due diligence reporter work, journalist work, well, then that's on you, dude. I don't care if you believe me or don't believe me. That's your problem, not my problem. Okay? I'm just here to tell everyone who does care, who wants to know why I changed my mind, so they understand the whole story and the whole concept. Okay? So that's 6 years ago. I left a bad taste in my mouth, and I said, man, this is too repetitive. I don't feel like playing this. I was disappointed. And I wasn't the only one. There was a lot of people who were disappointed. I was like, what kind of a Kojima game is this? Blah, blah, blah. Story's confusing. You're delivering packages. Like, this is just too confusing and too repetitive. Some people liked it. They find it enjoyable. And some people, they didn't. And I was the one of them because my expectations were much, much higher from Hideo Kojima. I expected much, much more. So 6 years later, when I hear that Kojima is making a sequel of Death Stranding 2, I'm like, why? I'm thinking to myself, why are you making a sequel to this game? Nobody asked for this delivery simulator, T-Mobile connecting the cellular towers and internet connection. Nobody was asking for this, packages and internet technician simulator. Right? Nobody was asking for this. So why are you making Death Stranding 2? I thought he was going to be making some horror game. But then I heard that Konami didn't want him to touch that. Konami didn't want him to go nowhere near the Silent Hill or this game called the PT or something. So, and I was like, why is he making this sequel? So that's why I made these videos where I was like, Hideo Kojima's too overrated. Hideo Kojima, Death Stranding 2, nobody asked for this. It's a walking simulator, delivery packages simulator, T-Mobile, Verizon internet technician simulator. I was like, who cares? And I saw the walkthroughs. I saw the videos. And it's more of the same. I was like, that's essentially doing the same thing. I was watching the walkthroughs. I was watching, a pretty decent amount of walkthroughs, like 8 hours of walkthroughs. And 8 hours of walkthroughs, you're just essentially doing the same thing. And I was like, so it's more of the same, right? But that's because I still was in the mindset of not understanding the game. Get it? I didn't understand it. So what happened is I stopped watching walkthroughs and I stopped making videos about Death Stranding 2 because I was like, all right, man, I don't want to rattle people's cages. Apparently people seem to like this, and I don't understand why they like it. It sounds kind of bizarre. Like, what is the fascination with this? Delivering packages, connecting the internet, being an internet technician for T-Mobile and Verizon. Like, what's the fascination with this? So I started digging in to some Japanese interviews with the subtitles with Hideo Kojima throughout the years, and regarding the Death Stranding 1 and Death Stranding 2, and why is he making a sequel, etc., etc. And I spent like 3 hours just watching those interviews. And throughout those 3 hours, I started realizing that there's more to this game than just delivering packages and connecting the chiral network. Now, that's main part of it. But there's this other part, the human story of this game, of sense of belonging, right? It's a much deeper game. It's a much deeper experience. And once I started understanding what the Death Stranding 2 means, once I started understanding the meaning of Death Stranding, what does it mean? Once I acknowledged what the meaning of Death Stranding is and how it happened, once I understood what the bridge babies are and what's the point of having these bridge babies, once I understood what the beach things are and why they're called the beach things and why do we call this place the beach when we die, once I understood who Sam is and who the other guy that played by Troy Baker is, oh my god, I forgot his name. Anyway, I can't remember his name now. It's Sam Potter, and there's the other guy. Anyway, wearing a red mask. Apparently, they're like similar to like twin snakes. Think of them like Sam is the good person, and the guy played by Troy Baker is the evil person, and then Amelia, she is the one that actually stopped the beach. She closed the beach because she wanted to save, you know, the United Cities of America, right? She wanted to save UCA, and she did. She closed the beach. But she also favored Sam versus the other guy. I can't remember his name, played by Troy Baker. Okay? I forgot his name. So once I understood the story, then I said, okay, well, let's give this game a try. So I gave it a try. I went in, I purchased it, I said, let's give it a try. Let's give this game a try. Let's see. And once I did that, once I started doing a walkthrough, and you can watch the walkthrough, part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, and even part 5, and there will be a part 6 later on today, then I started getting a bigger picture of what makes Death Stranding 2 so unique. And what I have realized what made Death Stranding 2 more unique is now that not only does it look better, but there's so many rewarding features. Like the one thing that you realize about Death Stranding 2 is you don't have to be bored. There's always someone there with you. Even this guy you can talk to. Or if you want to take, while you're delivering packages, if you want to take a break, look at the scenery. This game, Kojima gives you the tools. Basically, what this game has, it has the tools to not have you feel like it's some kind of repetitive treadmill. Because he knows you're going to be connecting and traveling, but he gives you the music so you can listen to music. You can check your social network called the Social Strand Network. You can talk to this guy, the Doll Man. You can upgrade your suits. You can play harmonica and take a rest, take a sleep in the middle of the road somewhere out there in a nice scenery. There's a lot of stuff you can do. But above all, one of the cool, unique features about Death Stranding 2 is the ability for you to get rewarded. Everything that you do in this game, it's rewarding. You know, nothing feels like that you have wasted 26 hours or 30 hours in this game and you just feel like you're being used. No, you don't have that feeling of being used. And that's what's so unique about this game is you feel the sense of reward. Like, I connected this monorail. Like this monorail, I'll show you in a minute. I connected it. And you'll see right here on the social stand services. By the way, I made this yesterday. It looks pretty cool. It's really nice. I should share this. I should share it to... I'll share it to him. To El Barto. Here you go, El Barto. Like, this monorail, a new savior has arrived, right? This monorail saving this, kangaroo. The monorail's back in business, right? All of these things that I've done, I feel the sense of reward. Like when I first came here to this Australia land, this was all empty. There was nothing here, man. It was like a dead place. But now it's a lively place because of me. It almost gives you that sense of reward, sense of like godlike reward, like a holier than the thou reward. And it's a very unique and an amazing experience that you feel the sense of reward. You never feel like you're not being rewarded. You never feel like you're being used. And I think that's what I realized about this game. That's the appealing part about it. And look at all these people I met, and they're all like happy and glad that I'm, that I did all of this, right? So there's a sense of reward. I don't want to spoil the whole thing for you guys here, but there's even this guy, when you talk to this guy, I call him a little John Wick, the doll man. Even it's an interesting guy to talk to,
Good morning, Sam. Rainy was a vision to behold. Put out that fire so effortlessly. Your powers are incredible, don't you think?
Yeah. But I only understood that once I started playing the game. Like I'd never this is the what I did basically. I did my research. I was watching Hideo Kojima's videos and interviews. And once I started watching those interviews, I started realizing more about this game. Once I understood the story of the game. So that's what happened essentially. Once I understood the story and what happened in the first game, once I have that knowledge about what the Death Stranding is, what the whole role of the UCA was, what the whole role of Amelie is, what the whole role of the Bridge Baby is. Once I understood all of that, then I was prepared to jump into Death Stranding 2. But this time around, I have a better concept of this game. This time around, I understand this game better. This game, it's like so hard to review because there's so many things in this game that you have to experience on your own to understand like where I'm coming from. But just remember this, it's all rewarding. Like this monorail, I helped it build. I built this thing, man. I made this place alive. This F1 place here, Fort Knox, or whatever they call it. I helped this place risen up from the dead, and look at it now. There's a city behind it there too as well. The game, it's rewarding, but you have to put in some hard work. Yes. And I think that's the whole point here. But the hard work that you put into this game will reward you, will make the trips easier, will make everything a little bit easier for you. So that's the one thing that really made me appreciate this game even more. It's rewarding. Everything that you do in this game, it's self-rewarding. And the only way for you to understand that, it's by actually picking up the game and playing it for yourself, understanding it for yourself. That's like the only way. Let me show you something else you can do. That's cool. Like this little guy, I can use this little guy, and I can throw him up, and he can be like my reconnaissance, right? He can like scout the area for me, like a recon. He can be my reconnaissance recon. Here you go. We can check out the city, huh? Oh, you can throw him in here? Hold on. For some reason, won't let me throw it. I don't know why. I cannot throw him here. I don't know why. I guess you cannot do it here on this base for some reason. But anyway, you know, there's so many things you can do in this game. Obviously, I don't have time. This video would be 6 hours for me to just like go through every little detail, and I'm not going to do that. I want you to find out for yourself. That's the whole point here. I just want to give you my initial thoughts, my initial review, why change of heart, why I changed my mind. But in order for you to understand that, you too will have to pick this game up, and you have to give it a proper treatment. Like, you really have to be serious. Like, do you really want to know what the Death Stranding is? Go and find out. But the game really does a good job of explaining that to you. Okay? This game does a good job of explaining that for you. Even in the beginning, before you start the game, there's a recap. And on the recap, Kojima really goes to a great length to explain to you what happened in the first game and what's going on. So that way you're not confused. And I think he did a good job in doing that. You know. So here, let me go to a title screen. There's a recap, like Death Stranding recap. You can click on it, and it explains everything. You click on it, and it explains everything for you.
Perhaps you remember me. That's right. It's dead, man. The world, as you know, is in awful shape. And it's all because of the Death Stranding. The dead started to find their way into our midst, crossing over from the other side. We call these entities BTs, beached things. When they came into contact with the living, the result was instant annihilation. A void out, leaving nothing but a massive crater in its wake. But that was only the beginning. Strange rain fell from the sky, rapidly aging everything it touched. A phenomenon we came to know as timefall.
And it goes on and on and on. Of course, I'm not going to go through this whole thing. So, what was the key point? The key point is, do your research. But you don't even have to do any research. All you have to do is just purchase Death Stranding 2, watch the Death Stranding recap, and everything will be explained to you. Okay? Now, if you want to know more in detail about Amelia, for that, you have to do some research, or you should play the first game to find out, if you don't want to spoil it. I would recommend playing the first game. I think the best way to do this is to play the first game and experience the first game, so you can learn more about Amelia. And Higgs, yeah, the name is the Higgs. The name of the guy, it's Higgs, played by Troy Baker. Troy Baker. So, there's also a connection between Sam and Higgs, right? And why did Amelia choose Sam versus Higgs? And there's a little bit of deja vu metaphor from Metal Gear, right? Metal Gear metaphor is you got solid and liquid. Liquid is the bad, evil one. Solid is the good one. So, same thing here. You got Sam Potter, who's a good man, and then you got Higgs, who's an evil man. But they're kind of like brothers in a way. She looked at him as the brothers, Amelia, but she knew that one of them is evil and the other one is good. Now, who's Amelia? Now, I don't want to spoil it here. I want you guys to find out. But she's not what you think she is. Is she a person? She might appear to be a person, but looks can be deceiving. But I don't want to spoil it for people who want to know who Amelia is. If you want to know who Amelia is, maybe you want to play the first game. So if I tell you who she really is, then it's not going to be interesting for you to play the first game, because then there won't be any element of surprise. I'm not going to do that on this review. All right, so I spent 25 minutes on this video explaining X, Y, and Z, why I changed my mind, why I came back to Death Stranding 2, okay? And I think it's crystal clear explained as to why. 6 years ago, my mindset was different. I was expecting more from Kojima. This was a new IP. I was expecting more, right? But I didn't understand the game, and I gave up on it after 60 hours. And I stopped playing it. And now, 6 years later, I find out he's making a Death Stranding 2. I was like, why? Why are you making a Death Stranding 2? So I was like confused. And then I'm hearing all these great reviews. People are liking it. Da-da-da-da-da. So then I was like, okay, there's got to be something here. Let's find out what it is. And the only way to find out what that is, you have to buy the game and play it. And try to understand the story. So, watch the Death Stranding recap. It will explain the story to you. If you want to know more about the Amelia, you can do that. But just remember, it'll be a huge spoilers for the first game to know who Amelia really is on the beach. So, that's why I came back to this game. So, what do I think about the game? Yes, it's still the same thing. Yes, you're still delivering packages. You're still connecting the chiral networks. But it's not boring treadmill. While you're doing all of that, it's always interesting. There's always something to do. You can take a break. You can listen to the music. You can play a harmonica. You can check your social networks. There's always something interesting. The time of day changes with rain, cloudy, sunny, earthquakes, right? Tsunamis. And there's always something, there's a moment that you can kind of just stand back and just enjoy the moment, look at the sunrise, look at the sunset, and recollect something about yourself and your life and your journey, right? This game, it's much deeper than just delivering, just being a delivery simulator and internet technician, guy. Because essentially that's what you do. You're an internet technician guy because you connect people's internet and you deliver packages. But that's if you want to listen to trolls. That's if you just want to listen to trolls out there, to Call of Duty teenagers, then that's what you're going to get. Now, if you want to believe that and listen to the Call of Duty teenagers, then you're going to buy into that crap just like I bought into it. But if you do your due diligence, if you really spend a proper time, that's what I was telling my friend Cammy. Now, he spent a lot of hours, and he said he's going to spend 60 hours playing the Death Stranding, and now he understands the Death Stranding 1, and he's really loving the game, and I'm pretty sure he's super hyped to play the sequel as well, now that he's really into the first game. So, me and Cammy talked about this all the time. To understand the game, you have to spend a lot of time playing it. I did the same thing with the Star Wars Outlaws. Everybody was trashing the Star Wars Outlaws, but it wasn't all that bad. I found something unique about the game that made me enjoy it. Same thing with what you call it, that other game that I was playing. Same thing with Silent Hill 2. In the beginning, it was kind of slow, but once I picked it up and started playing it more and more and more, then I became pretty amazed by the story. And I can't wait to finish it because it's so amazing. Same thing with the Assassin's Creed Shadows. You know, it's all about how much time you put into these games. You can't just play it for like a few hours and you're not doing it justice to this game or any game. If you only put few hours into it, right, and you start making your judgment, you start, trashing the game or whatever, you have to properly understand the game or to properly appreciate the game, you have to give a proper time invested into it. All right, so it's been 30 minutes. I hope this gives you some clarification and understanding why I came back to it. Okay? So it should be crystal clear. And if you still don't understand, well, then that's on you. And please don't ask me, guys, on the live stream. Anybody who asks me on a live stream, oh, why did you change your mind? I'm just going to block you. That means you're not watching my videos. That means, I don't care, dude. The video is up. It's explained. Even on the live stream, part 1, it's explained. Because if you're going to ask me those questions, that means you're trolling. And I'm not going to put up with that nonsense. So I'm just giving you guys a fair warning. Okay? So the video's it's up. It's explained. Everything's explained. And if you still don't understand why, then you're just trolling. And you know what happens to trolls. They never see a light of day and you never will. You can have that smirk and laugh all you want. I guarantee you will never you'll see a light of day on my channel. Ever. Like, that's a guarantee. That's not even something I have to think about. So, do yourself a favor, dude. There's a 50 million other YouTubers out there. If you don't like what I do, piss off, dude. Because it takes me half a second to block you, to report you. And why you want to do that? If that's what you want, it takes me less than a few seconds to do it. And I'm more than happy to do it. Because it takes me a few seconds to do it. Now, if you really are genuine and you want to know about how I feel about these games, and you want to act like a grown-up adult instead of some premature ejaculated teenager, okay, then fine. But you gotta be a grown-ass mentality. It means you have to be mature. If you're not mature, if you're talking in riddles and stupid language that I don't understand, with whatever this current Gen Z language is these days, all right, that I'm not going to tolerate that, guys. I'll have zero. Listen, I just want to say this so everybody understands. I'm 46 years old, man. In my life, I have zero tolerance, especially on I have to use the curse word, fucking internet. Especially on a fucking internet. I give zero shits about some fake ass profiles. All right? I can just put member chat. I don't have to go public chat. I can just go member chat. And that's it. And then pay. Become a member. Maybe that's what I'll do. And maybe that's the only way to find out who truly gives a shit, who truly doesn't give a shit. But I have here still spent 33 minutes, 34 minutes explaining to you X, Y, and Z. Why I changed my mind. Okay? So it's all explained. There you have it. I'm sorry for being so direct, but I don't have time for bullshit, guys. Okay? The way I run this channel is very simple. Be cool or be gone, dude. Either you like what I do or you don't. There's the door. Don't waste my time, dude, man. Life is too short as it is. I don't have time to waste it on people on the internet, alright? Some jackoffs, I don't fucking even see their faces or even know who they are. Could be some guy from India or Bangladesh or who the fuck knows where. I don't care. Not interested in that. Alright, so it's all fair and square. But I think most likely if I do a live stream, it'll be a member chat. Because I feel the members who are members deserve my attention more than the phonies, these premature ejaculated teenagers, Call of Duty fans, or whatever the fuck they are. I don't know. This Gen Z lunatic nonsense generation. It's for me, I would rather have individuals who actually are truly genuine and give a shit about what I'm trying to do here. And people say, why don't you reply? I don't reply to stupid comments, dude. I don't reply to trolls. If you want my attention, put your keyboard fingers where your money is. Become a member and then ask me. Do that and maybe you'll have my reply, okay? Alright guys, sorry for being so direct. But I'm not in the mood for bullshit, guys. It's 2025. I've been doing this for 12 years. Here on my channel, either A, be cool or be gone. Or become a member. And you will have to become a member. Live streams will be members only from now on. I think Shuki was right. He told me this many times. Members only. And it's true. Only the members should have my attention. Okay? Not somebody who it's afraid to give me $2 to tell me what. Listen, if you're so desperate to ask me something, become a member. If you're so desperate to troll me, hey man, don't be so cheap. It's only $2, dude. But see, they're not gonna do it for free. I mean, I'm sorry, they're not gonna do it if they have to pay. They want to do it for free. So listen, I don't want to butcher this video any longer. I hate acknowledging these pukes. Seriously, their mothers should have had fucking abortion. I hate to say it, but their mothers should have had an abortion. That's how like fucking pathetic these individuals are. And I know it's a maybe harsh thing to say, but their mothers should have had an abortion. Really, like what kind of like sons and daughters are you guys raising, dude? The shit that you see on the internet, man. What are you raising these days? You're letting the social media raise your fucking kids, and then they turn into these little, whatever the creatures they are right now. Honestly, I mean, I don't mean to be too harsh, but man, sometimes you have to say it. That's how bad it is with some of these kids, with some of these teenagers, dude. The parents, it's your kids. It's your responsibility, not my fucking responsibility. Keep a leash on your goddamn kids, all right? Keep a leash on them. Teach them some manners, all right? But no, parents are even worse. Grown-ass people these days. All tangled up with the politics and red versus blue and this and that. Man, no wonder Death Stranding happened. This is exactly why Death Stranding happened. Because of the way we have become in society as the people. That's the whole message here that Kojima is fucking trying to put out there. Why did the Death Stranding happen? Because of the people. And what the fucking people have become. And now, should we give them a second chance? Should Sam Potter and Amelia give them a second chance? Right? I believe in second chances, but I don't know, dude. I don't think people will ever change. People are always going to be fucking weird, crazy, lunatic, violent. It's just part of this DNA that we have as humans, dude. This fucked up DNA. The only thing that can really help us, it's extinction. Like with dinosaurs, like we would have to be extinct, and that's about it. And until that day, the big giant asteroid, it's always going to be like this. So anyway, I don't mean to be so like negative and direct, but I just want to be transparent and direct. I want to let you guys know where I'm at and where I'm standing with this review. And also addressing some of the individuals who are coming into my channel, dude. All right? Now, I don't... Look, because I can take this to the next level if I really wanted to. I can make some phone calls, but I don't want to go there. And believe me, I can make your life a living hell. All right? Where you're going to have the authorities knocking on your door and asking you some questions. Or telling your parents, why is your son harassing this individual? Believe me, this can go to so many different levels, but it doesn't need to be. So what I'm simply saying to you guys is, if you don't fucking like what I'm doing here, back the fuck off, go somewhere else. Really that simple. I'm not bothering anybody, I'm doing my own fucking thing. But if you come in intentionally to harass me, there's gonna be consequences for that, motherfuckers. There are consequences for that. Don't think you're safe in your little bubble. Alright? There's consequences for everything. Not to mention the biggest consequences, karma. Karma, look man, karma, I don't want to talk about karma too much, but karma has its way of doing things. Alright? Just remember that karma. You're not the master of the universe. You don't control the universe. You're not God. But if you're disrespecting the God, if you're disrespecting the universe, guess what happens? Karma hits big time. So, all I'm saying is this. Guys, if you like what I'm doing, become a member. And join the member chat. Like Shuki did, like Cammy did, like others did, like Norris did. Become a member. Because if you can become a member for $2, well then that means you're not genuine. That means you're just here to jerk off. They're just here to harass me, and that's not going to happen ever again. All right. Even this video will have all the reviews held for the review, all the comments held for the review. I'm not gonna play your games, guys, of stupidity. It ends today. Either become a member, or that's it. Sit on the sidelines. You want to comment on my video? Good luck. It's held for review. And I'll have to review it whenever I have a chance. If I have a chance. That's the way it's going to be. Alright? So now that you know, if you made it throughout this video should be a holy scripture for you to understand X, Y, and Z. But why do I even have to explain myself? People have a right to change their mind. Okay? Apparently, this generation, I don't even look. Just mentioning the Gen Z makes me want to throw up and puke. It's the most puking, disgusting generation I ever fucking seen, dude. I mean, really. It's such just like, what are you guys all about? What are you all about? You're about nothing. 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 You should call generation nothing. Generation fucking nothing. So, I hope everything's clear, crystal clear. Alright? Become a member. It's the only way you'll be able to talk to me. If you want to leave a comment, be very smart about what you're writing, because it will be held for the review. Okay? And if I don't like the way you type, your comment will never see a light of day. And if you don't like it, go somewhere else, dude. Because I don't need trolls here. I don't need fake ass phony people here. Alright? If you want to have an opinion about me, you can have it, but it has to be done so respectfully. You can't just walk in and disrespect someone else's opinion on some fucking high horse because you think your opinion should only matter. That's not how fucking works. Not in my world. And when you're in my channel, you're in my world. I'm the master of the universe of this channel. I make the rules. You're just a guest. So as a guest, mind your fucking manners. Be cool or be gone. Become a member. If you like what I do, become a member. If not, fuck off. I could care less. That's me being direct. That's me being nice, as Ray Liotta would put it. That's me being a Ray Liotta really nice. That's me having a nice temper, as Ray Liotta. Alright, so in 44 minutes, I think I explained everything here. This video should be a holy scripture, not just for my initial review for the Death Stranding 2, but also regarding like how things are going to be on my channel. This goes for everybody. If you're so cheap that you can't become a member for $2, then you never cared about me. Then you never gave a shit about me. And I don't want to name names. I don't want to say who is who. You know who you are. If you can't become a member for $2, then why even talking to me? That's phony. That's fake. If you can't pay $2, but you're bragging about buying all of these consoles and all of these games, but you can't afford $2, dude, don't waste my time. Don't waste my time. Okay? This goes for everybody. $2, all right? I'm sure you find $2 laying around somewhere in the laundromat. All right? So that's how it's going to be. And the reason I'm doing this is because this way I can sort out the garbage, the phony garbage from the real genuine people. I only care about the genuine people who give a shit about what I'm trying to do here. I'm not interested in like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of phony, fake ass, two-faced bots and fake, phony individuals who are pretending that they like me, but they can't even become a member for $2. Like, really, dude? Apparently, I'm not that important to you if you can't afford $2, all right? Right? All right, so that's it. Common sense. Everything's explained. This video, all right? I really don't care if you like it, didn't like it. I'm just here to tell you what I think. I'm here to express myself. I'm not making this video to appease to everyone. That's not my intention. I'm just here to tell you how I am, how I run the channel, and how I feel about the Death Stranding and Death Stranding 2, and why I came back to Death Stranding 2, why I changed my mind. So everything's explained. All you have to do is watch this video. And if you care, then you're going to watch this entire thing. If you don't care, then you're not going to watch it. Okay? My rules are very simple. All right, so everything has been explained. So when you come back to live streams, everything's explained. Member chat only. Comments on the video. It's held for the review. All right, so everything's explained. All right? And that's the way it's going to be. Okay? Because I don't have time for bullshit. I already explained that. And that's it. All right?